Most of us are familiar with the idea of seeking advice from trusted friends, mentors, or spiritual guides. Yet there is another possibility, creating an inner council chamber where wisdom may be gathered, consulted, and heard. The idea is not entirely new. Napoleon Hill described a practice he called invisible counsellors, in which he imagined a group of distinguished figures assembled around a conference table. Whenever he faced a problem, he would mentally convene this council and listen to the perspectives offered by each member. More recently, psychologists have explored related techniques through visualization and active imagination. One popular variation involves meeting one's future self, a wiser, more experienced version who has already travelled further along the path and can therefore offer guidance to the person one is today. Perhaps the most fruitful approach is a combination of the two. Imagine entering a council chamber. Around the table sit figures who represent different forms of wisdom. A spiritual teacher, a trusted ancestor, a favourite writer, a scientist, a saint, a philosopher, or anyone whose insight you deeply respect. At the head of the table sits your future self. Not a fantasy figure, but the person you may become if you continue to grow in wisdom, maturity, and understanding. Unlike many forms of meditation, this gathering is not left entirely to chance. There is an agenda. Before entering the chamber, you prepare a short list of matters requiring attention. These may include immediate dilemmas, long-term aspirations, unresolved tensions, or questions of vocation. In effect, you are holding a meeting of the soul. A simple agenda might include matters arising from previous reflections, current decisions requiring attention, emerging opportunities, unseen dangers or blind spots, questions concerning meaning, purpose, or direction. As each item is considered, different voices may be invited to speak. A practical thinker may address consequences. A spiritual guide may address motives. A creative figure may illuminate possibilities. Your future self may offer a broader perspective that transcends the anxieties of the present moment. One of the surprising benefits of such a practice is that it allows us to externalize different aspects of our own wisdom. Insights that remain inaccessible when we are trapped within our habitual patterns of thinking often become clearer when expressed through an imagined dialogue. We cease trying to solve our problems through force of will alone and begin listening more deeply. The future self occupies a particularly important role within this council. While the other figures may represent ideals we admire, the future self represents a possibility already latent within us. It is not an external authority, but an embodiment of our own unrealized maturity. Sometimes the most valuable contribution of this inner elder is not an answer, but a question. At other times it may offer a gentle correction. Why are you spending so much energy on this matter? Or perhaps this is not the real issue. Indeed, one suspects that much wisdom consists not in finding better answers, but in recognizing better questions. Keeping a written record of these sessions can add another dimension to the practice. The minutes of the meeting need not be elaborate. A few notes are sufficient. Over time, however, they create a remarkable document, an unfolding conversation between present concerns and deeper insight. Patterns emerge. Repeated themes become visible. Advice that seemed insignificant at the time may reveal its significance months later. There is something quietly profound about the image of an inner council chamber. It suggests that wisdom is not merely a possession, but a relationship. We become wiser not by accumulating information, but by learning how to consult the various voices of experience, conscience, imagination, and aspiration that reside within us. In an age of constant distraction and external noise, perhaps one of the most important meetings we can attend is the one that takes place behind closed doors in the council chamber of the soul.